Why has Barron Trump finally broken his silence? For years, Barron Trump remained an enigma. Why was the youngest Trump so different from the rest of his high-profile family? While his father and siblings dominated the media, Barron chose silence, avoiding interviews, public statements, and the controversies that followed his last name. But now, everything has changed. At 18, Barron has finally stepped into the spotlight, leaving many to wonder, was this a carefully planned move, or an unexpected shift into public life? What does his sudden decision to speak out reveal about his future? Could this moment redefine his place in the Trump legacy? Growing up under the constant glare of cameras, most children of US presidents experience some level of public scrutiny. But Barron's case has been different. Since his birth in 2006, Melania Trump has been fiercely protective of him, ensuring that he had as normal a childhood as possible, despite his father's high-profile career. While presidential children like Sasha and Malia Obama and Chelsea, Clinton were occasionally seen speaking at events or engaging in public initiatives, Barron was rarely even heard in casual settings. His presence was often observed from a distance, stoic, expressionless, and quiet. By the time Donald Trump entered the White House in 2017, Barron was the only presidential child in recent history to live there as a minor. Even then, his life remained a mystery. While his older siblings were frequently interviewed and featured in political discussions, Barron's appearances were largely limited to official engagements, and even then, he remained in the background. Speculation grew about why he was so different from the rest of his family. Some attributed it to his mother's influence, as Melania often emphasized her desire to give him privacy. Others wondered whether Barron himself simply had no interest in the public spectacle that defined his family's existence. Classmates and those who have interacted with Barron over the years describe him as a reserved yet thoughtful individual. According to reports, his peers have called him mysterious and fascinating to talk to, with a demeanor noticeably different from the bold, attention-seeking style associated with his father. His towering height, standing well over 6 feet, combined with his composed and introverted personality, has only added to the intrigue surrounding him. Teachers and school staff have noted that Barron has always been polite and well-mannered, though he tends to keep conversations brief. Even his daily habits at school have drawn attention. Unlike most students who blend into the social environment, Barron has always had certain protocols in place that set him apart. Reports suggest that he followed a unique lunch and restroom routine, likely implemented for security reasons. While these precautions make sense for the son of a former president, they have only added to the sense of distance between him and his peers. Those who have shared classes with him have expressed both curiosity and admiration, acknowledging that while Barron does not seek attention, he commands a certain presence. It is this aura of mystery that has made Barron's recent actions so shocking. At 18, an age when most young adults are figuring out their first steps into independence, Barron has suddenly found himself at the center of unexpected attention. Turning 18 marked a significant moment, not just legally as he stepped into adulthood, but also symbolically. No longer a minor under his mother's careful supervision, Barron now has the ability to make decisions about his public image. The question was never whether he would eventually break his silence, but rather when and how he would do it. With his 18th birthday came new expectations. Unlike in previous years, where he remained largely shielded from political discourse, he now faced growing speculation about whether he would follow in his father's footsteps. His decision to enroll at New York University's Stern School of Business fueled this discussion, as it seemed to align with the family's strong business background. However, one unexpected choice set him apart. He opted to live at Trump Tower rather than on campus. The decision raised eyebrows, as most college students embrace dorm life as a rite of passage. But for Barron, the move was strategic. Sources suggest that security concerns played a major role as Secret Service protection remains part of his reality. Others believe that the choice reflected his preference for privacy, reinforcing the idea that even as he transitions into adulthood, Barron is still determined to maintain a certain level of distance from the public eye. Despite this, his ambitions are becoming clearer. Barron has reportedly taken an interest in real estate, a natural extension of the Trump family legacy. Along with a few close associates, he has been involved in discussions surrounding high-end development projects in states like Utah, Arizona, and Idaho. The venture, known as Trump Fuhr and Rockberg Capital Inc., appears to be a calculated first step into the business world. Yet, unlike his father, who made his name by aggressively branding the Trump empire, Barron seems to be approaching business with a quieter, more analytical perspective. For years, those who have followed Barron's life have wondered what kind of man he would become once he had the freedom to shape his own path. His actions now provide the first glimpse into that future. However, the most unexpected moment was yet to come. Just when it seemed that Barron would quietly ease into adulthood through business rather than politics, he made a public statement that no one saw coming. A statement that would not only reveal his stance on key issues, but would also send shockwaves through his own family. Barron Trump's decision to attend New York University's Stern School of Business was a move that seemed both expected and surprising at the same time. Given his family's deep-rooted history in business, it made sense that he would pursue studies in finance and entrepreneurship. Yet, his choice to live at Trump Tower rather than on campus suggested a different approach, one that prioritized privacy over immersion in college life. While most freshmen embrace the independence of dormitory living, Barron's situation was far from ordinary. His status as the son of a former president meant that security concerns were a key factor in his decision. The presence of Secret Service agents would have complicated traditional dorm life, and rather than disrupting that environment, Barron opted for familiarity, choosing to stay within the luxury and security of his family's Manhattan residence. His transition into adulthood came with heightened media interest. While he had largely been shielded from public scrutiny during his father's presidency, there was now renewed curiosity about how he would navigate this new chapter. Reports from those who have interacted with him suggest that he remains just as reserved as ever. Classmates who have spoken about him describe him as polite but distant, someone who prefers to keep conversations short. Teachers and faculty members, too, have noted that while Barron carries himself with confidence, he is not one to seek attention. Despite this, his presence at certain events has not gone unnoticed. His attendance at his father's second presidential campaign events has fueled speculation about whether he will eventually step into the political sphere. Unlike his older siblings, who became deeply involved in their father's business and political career, Barron has so far remained neutral, making no public statements about his views. This neutrality has only added to the intrigue surrounding him. Some believe he is simply uninterested in politics, while others suspect that he is being deliberately cautious, waiting for the right time to reveal his stance. One of the few people to have shared rare insights about Barron is his mother, Melania Trump. In a recent interview, she described him as highly intelligent and well-spoken, someone who enjoys discussing a wide range of topics. According to her, Barron has a strong interest in global affairs and economics, which aligns with his decision to study business. Melania has always played a key role in shaping Barron's upbringing, ensuring that he was raised away from the chaotic world of politics. Unlike his siblings, who were brought into the Trump brand at an early age, Barron was protected from the pressures of public life for as long as possible. His physical presence alone has also drawn attention. At 6'7", he towers over most people, including his father. Those who have met him in person often remark on how his height and posture make him appear even more imposing. His presence at public events, even when silent, carries weight simply because of his stature. It is, perhaps, this combination of silence and visibility that makes Barron such an interesting figure. He does not seek attention, yet he cannot avoid it. While he has not spoken publicly about his ambitions, there are signs that he is beginning to carve out his own path. His decision to pursue business rather than law or politics suggests that he is taking control of his narrative. But whether he will remain in the background or step into a larger role in the Trump empire remains to be seen.